Today, we delve into a topic that has fascinated humanity for centuries: magic. Is it real, or is it just a product of our imagination? In this video, we will explore the use of magic in ancient civilizations, its purposes, effects, and whether it still exists today. Magic has been a part of human culture since the dawn of civilization. Ancient people believed magic was a way to communicate with the gods, control natural forces, and influence the world around them. From the shamans of Siberia to the priests of ancient Egypt, magic was an inseparable part of daily life. The concept of magic likely arose from early humans' attempts to understand and control their environment. Natural phenomena like storms, earthquakes, and diseases were often attributed to supernatural forces. Magic became a means to appease these forces and exert some level of control over them. Let's take a closer look at some civilizations that practiced magic. First one is ancient Egypt. Egyptians were famous for their magical practices. Spells and prayers were used to protect the dead in the afterlife, as seen in the famous Book of the Dead. Magic was also used for healing, protection, and even controlling the weather. Egyptians believed in the power of words, thinking that reciting the right spell could earn the gods' favor. Second one is Mesopotamia. The Babylonians and Assyrians were masters of divination and astrology. They believed the gods communicated through omens, and that magic could be used to interpret these signs. The Enuma Anu Enlil tablet series contained detailed instructions on how to read omens from celestial events. Third and fourth ones are ancient Greece and Rome. Both Greeks and Romans practiced magic in the form of rituals and sacrifices to gain the gods' favor. The famous Oracle of Delphi is a perfect example of how magic and religion were intertwined. The Greeks also had a rich tradition of herbal medicine and potions used for both medicinal and magical purposes. Fifth country is ancient China. In ancient China, magic was closely linked to Taoist practices. Taoist priests performed rituals to communicate with spirits and gods, using talismans and charms to ward off evil. The I Ching, or Book of Changes, was used for divination, providing insights into the future. And the last one, Celts. The Druids, the priestly class of the Celts, were known for their magical practices. They performed rituals in sacred groves and used natural elements, like mistletoe, in their spells. The Celts believed in the power of nature and sought to harness it through magic. Magic served various purposes in ancient societies. First one is healing. Many ancient cultures used magical rituals to cure diseases and ward off evil spirits. For example, in ancient Egypt, priests would recite spells while administering herbal treatments to patients. The Greeks also had a strong tradition of healing magic, invoking the god Asclepius in medical rituals. Second one is protection. Amulets, charms, and spells were widely used to protect individuals and homes from harm. Egyptians carried amulets shaped like gods and sacred animals to ward off evil forces. In ancient Rome, houses were decorated with protective charms to keep away malicious spirits. Third one is divination. Predicting the future was a major aspect of magic. Common practices included reading animal entrails and casting lots. The Romans practiced augury, interpreting the flight patterns of birds to foresee the future. The Chinese used the I Ching to gain insights into important decisions. And the last one is controlling natural forces. Magic was often used to control weather and fertility. In ancient Mesopotamia, rituals were performed to ensure a good harvest. The Celts held ceremonies to bless their land and animals for abundance. Magic has influenced ancient societies in profound ways, shaping their spiritual beliefs, legal systems, and social hierarchies. However, its effects extended far beyond just religious or mystical applications. Magic also played a role in governance, warfare, and societal control. Magic and power in ancient societies. Many rulers and elites in ancient civilizations used magic as a tool to maintain their authority. Egyptian pharaohs were seen as divine beings with magical capabilities, reinforcing their rule. Roman emperors consulted magicians and astrologers to predict the outcomes of battles and political events. Magic in warfare. In various civilizations, magic was used as a means of psychological warfare. The Assyrians and Babylonians conducted magical rituals to weaken their enemies before battle. African warrior societies used protective spells and charms to enhance their strength and endurance. In medieval Europe, knights often carried talismans believed to offer supernatural protection in battle. Magic as a form of oppression. While magic empowered some, it was also used as a justification for persecution. In ancient Rome, laws such as the 12 Tables explicitly banned harmful magic, making it illegal to cast spells that could harm others. During the European witch hunts, thousands, mostly women, were executed based on accusations of practicing sorcery. Magic in modern times. Today, magic's influence persists, albeit in different forms. In politics, leaders still rely on rituals, symbols, and omens, echoing ancient magical traditions. Pop culture continues to romanticize and portray magic in films, books, and television series. Even in business, some entrepreneurs turn to astrological readings and spiritual practices for guidance. While science has replaced magic as the dominant explanatory framework, belief in supernatural forces remains widespread. Many people still practice Wicca, hoodoo, and other esoteric traditions, keeping the legacy of ancient magic alive. Throughout history, there has often been a conflict between magic and organized religion. During the Middle Ages, the Christian Church condemned magic as a demonic practice, leading to the persecution of those accused of witchcraft. The infamous witch trials resulted in the execution of thousands. However, magic and religion have not always been in conflict. In some cultures, magic was accepted as part of religious rituals. For example, in traditional African religions, magic is used to maintain social order and protect individuals. Magic and religion have been intertwined throughout history. In many ancient cultures, there was no clear distinction between the two, and magic was an integral part of religious ceremonies. However, with the rise of major monotheistic religions, the relationship between magic and faith became more complex. Magic and religion in ancient civilizations. Ancient Egypt. In Egypt, magic and religion were inseparable. Priests used magic to gain the gods' favor and channel their power. Spells used to protect the dead were both magical and religious rituals. Ancient Mesopotamia. In Mesopotamia, magic was seen as a way to understand the will of the gods. Priests interpreted celestial signs and communicated divine messages to rulers and the public, strengthening their authority. Ancient Greece and Rome. In Greek and Roman religions, magic was used to gain divine favor. Greeks offered sacrifices to appease the gods, while Romans practiced augury to interpret divine will. Magic in monotheistic religions. Judaism. Jewish tradition generally prohibits magic, The Torah explicitly forbids witchcraft. However, mystical traditions like Kabbalah contain esoteric practices that resemble magic, though they are intended to serve divine purposes. Christianity often associates magic with the devil. During the Middle Ages, the Church condemned sorcery, leading to witch hunts. However, Christian practices like the use of holy water and exorcisms bear similarities to magical rituals. Islam prohibits magic, considering it a form of deception. The Quran warns against sorcery, but Islamic tradition also includes practices like ruqya, which uses Quranic verses for protection, similar to magical incantations. Does magic still exist today? The answer is yes, but in different forms. Modern witchcraft, including Wicca and other neo-pagan practices, continues to draw from ancient traditions. Additionally, many religious practices, such as blessings and exorcisms, can be seen as forms of magic. Magic remains a popular subject in literature, film, and television. The success of series like Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings demonstrates that fascination with magic is still alive and well. In conclusion, is magic real or just a myth? The answer likely lies somewhere in between. While we may not believe in the same magical practices as our ancestors, the allure of magic continues to captivate us. Whether in ancient rituals or modern interpretations, magic remains a powerful force in human culture. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations.